Hey guys, it's RodyT, and I'm back with another Binding of Isaac video. And today, we're gonna do a Greedier run with Maggie, just because I think she'd be a pretty good character to complete this on. Alright, let's check out our silver item room, and looks like we get a bar of soap, which is a nice DPS upgrade for our first floor here. And before I even look in the shop, I'm just gonna fight a bunch of waves here to get some money for the shop. Alright, I'm just about done with the last couple of waves here, and looks like we're going to be put at 14 cents, which is 1 cent below what is required to actually buy an item, which is a little unfortunate, but I think we'll be alright. So, none of these items really look that great anyway, so I'm going to buy a key, and we'll see what we have in our item room. And we have the scooper, which I think could be interesting. I think it might actually be pretty good for greed mode. So I'm going to go with that over Yumheart, even though Yumheart is really good. And it looks like we get Guppy's Paw here. And Guppy's Paw is good because it's 1/3 of Guppy, but I'm not going to use the actual Guppy's Paw yet. So let's fight our last couple waves here, and then I'll probably end up actually going for deals with the devil. Alright, we took out every enemy here, and we do have money to buy something from the shop. And since we're going to be going for deals with the devil, I'm going to buy some HP because we're going to need to spend it in the deals with the devil themselves. Looks like we're going against a double pin here, which is very easy in my opinion. Pin is definitely one of the easiest bosses you can fight in the game, even if it is a champion version. Alright, let's see what we have in our deal with the devil. And looks like we have Guppy's Hairball and Spirit of the Night. Well, that's 2 items towards Guppy, and I am going to take Spirit of the Night because I think it will benefit us long term here. As there's many spots in Greed where flying over something would be beneficial. Like right here, for example, I'll be able to get 4 pennies that I otherwise would not be able to if I didn't take Spirit of the Night. So, in my opinion, that was a pretty solid play. Alright, here's our shop for the next floor, and looks like we get a bunch more money for free because I did get the ability to fly. And we got some keys, which does save us some money in the long term. And that gives us Mr. Boom, which I'm probably not going to take, and Blue Cap, which is a good tiers up and HP up as well. So let's check out our curse room too while we're here. And we're only 1 item away from Guppy, so I would like to make that work if possible. Okay, so now the plan is probably just to fight out our waves here and try not to die. Alright, looks like we just about cleared out our waves here, and I'm just going to go straight into the bosses to save all of my scooper charges because we've got a lot of scoopers bouncing around the room, and it took out Duke of Flies without me doing anything, so I think that was a pretty smart decision. We can always go to the shop afterwards, which I'll probably do after I fight the Deal with the Devil boss, and we're just about there. We just got to take out the husk. And there we go. Now let's fight our Deal with the Devil boss. And it's 2 Teratoma. Is that what it's called? No, this is Fistula, isn't it? I always get those 2 mixed up. But for good reasons, I think. Because, I mean, if you look at them, they behave pretty much exactly the same. So, let's try to get through this. We're almost done. I'm going to save this last scooper charge for the next floor. Alright, here's our Deal with the Devil. And we do have Backstabber, which I think is worth taking despite my HP being so low. And I don't think this is a bad idea because of, we can get Dreamcatcher, which will give us a soul heart on every floor, or half a soul heart. And we'll get Serpent's Kiss just in case we get contact damage immunity, because then I can start farming up some black hearts. And in our shop on the next floor, looks like we have X-ray vision for free here, which I think is pretty nice. Let's check out our curse room. And we have Perthrow, which will be good for a deal with the devil probably. And I should probably go back and buy a key. But some HP here is nice, so I'm glad that that showed up. And I'll go buy a key, even though I am a little slow. This is going to take a minute, but I'm going to buy a key and we'll check out our actual item room. And hopefully we can get something good here. I'm not going to use Perthrow probably. Mom's Eye can be good, but it does scare me in case I get like Ipecac or something. But I'm going to go for it anyway. So let's fight our waves here and get some more money. So for today's question of the day, I was thinking that it could just be something really simple, like, what is your favorite season of the year? I don't think that's going to be too hard, but I guess you never know. For me, the answer to that question is probably winter. Mostly because I live in a hotter area. I like when things start to cool down. And that's mostly why I like winter. So let me know what you think. Alright, let's fight our deal with the devil boss. And I would really like to get the Guppy transformation, as it would make my life, I don't know why I said it like that, but my life so much easier. So hopefully we can actually get that to happen. I am probably going to use my Perthrow rune, but with my luck it's probably going to be Krampus anyway. So let's see. And yeah, who would have guessed it's Krampus? I don't think I'd use Perthrow on this if it's Head of Krampus, just because we can get something probably better if we save it for a later deal with the devil. But at least we're getting our Krampus fight out of the way pretty early on here. Alright, and we get Lump of Coal, which is perfect. That's the exact item I would have wanted anyway. Alright, let's check out our curse room here. Still looking for that last Guppy item. And I think here we're going to buy some HP and a key to get something in the item room. And let's see what we get. Anarchist Cookbook. Not the greatest item, but at least it's a third of Bookworm. And we get Roid Rage, which will be a nice speed up, because that's one thing I've been lacking on this run. One thing we're really going to need on this run is some sort of damage upgrade, because right now we still have the base damage, which is not really ideal in my opinion, but at least we have ways around it with Peeper doing pretty good work, and I think it does make it so one of my eyes does more damage, so we've got that going for us. And if we get Guppy, that would be a nice way to circumvent having not great damage, as well our flies will do most of the work, but more damage certainly does help when you're Guppy. Let's fight our deal with the devil boss and see what we get. Alright, let's check it out in here, and we have the nail and 2 spooky. What I think I'm going to do here is buy the nail, or just pick up the nail, I guess. And I think we'll actually stick with it over the scooper, even though the scooper's been pretty nice. So let's re-roll here. And this is perfect, actually. So we get money equals power and the Guppy transformation with Dead Cat. So that was a very good deal with the devil for us there. Alright, now we're on Shoal. And I believe this is going to be our last item room, so let's buy a key, and hopefully we get something good out of here. Cupid's arrow is going to be really good. Piercing Tears are always a nice addition to most runs, so that is definitely a welcome addition. And our HP situation is looking so much better now. All that remains is for me to not ruin it, so I'm going to try my best here. Okay, let's fight our bosses. Looks like we're up against Sister Vis, which actually should be pretty easy because our damage is so much better now, and we do have the Guppy transformation. Now we're up against Conquest, who should be no threat, and now let's fight our deal with the devil bosses, and it looks like it's the Widow, I think. I always forget which one's which when fighting these bosses. The spider bosses specifically. Okay, here's our deal with the devil. Ouija board is not an item we need, so I'm not even going to bother picking it up. I'll check out my curse room too, because may as well. We got half a soul heart out of it, so that's perfectly okay with me. And I think we're just going to move on to the next floor. I could go for a bunch of discounted items, but overall, I think just saving money is going to be better for the long run. Alright, now we're on the last shop, which is called the shop, of course. And we do have a good amount of money to spend, and the D20 is in the shop. But this is definitely not the run to do a D6 break, so I'm not going to worry about that for now. Okay, let's fight our bosses now. I'm just going to be saving a nail charge for Ultra Greedier because we'll need the damage upgrade. So I'm probably just going to save that charge. And I don't think we have any battery charges in the shop anyway. So that is fine with me. Okay, now let's get our last deal with the devil. I don't really know what I'd want at this point. We basically have everything we need. So this run's looking pretty good, except for, I guess, HP, which is sort of hard to get from deals with the devil. Alright, so we'll take the mark here, and we will also take pentagram, because why not? The extra damage, I guess, is nice. And let's do one last check in the shop here. You know what? Maybe I'll do one reroll here. And we'll just buy a couple of soul hearts to play it safe. That should be good. We gotta save some money for a couple things. One being the Greedier machine, and the other being money equals power, because we need to get as much money as possible. Alright, well, with that being said, let's move on to the last floor. First things first, we gotta take out, I guess, 4 greeds here, which I'm not happy about because this can be a little annoying actually. We did take some damage, but we should still be fine for Ultra Greedier, and that did give me some money back, so that is definitely acceptable. Okay, now let's fight Senator GreedStrong. We gotta use the nail, and we have 10 damage, which is pretty solid. But if we get more money over the course of the fight, it of course will end up being better. Alright, well, I'd say so far this fight's going pretty well. We're doing a good job of dealing with Ultra Greedier and all the coins he spawns, thanks to me having piercing shots and spectral shots, which I actually guess doesn't really help too much here. But the piercing shots are doing a good job. And plus, our damage is performing quite well, so things are doing pretty good. We're basically almost done with the first phase here, and then we can move on to phase 2, which is definitely a lot harder than phase 1. And there we go, time for phase 2 of Ultra Greed, which is Ultra Greedier. Alright, we're just about done with this fight now, and we do have quite a bit of money to actually donate to the greed machine, so we'll probably be pretty close to unlocking the Keeper. And we unlocked Sensor and Glyph of Balance, which are both pretty solid items, so I'm thankful for that. If we donate all of our money here, we may be one greed run away from unlocking the Keeper, which will be great for me because I won't have to worry about saving money in these greed modes, which would be pretty nice. So we need like 35 more coins, which I think is definitely doable in one more run, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. That's going to be the end of the run. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more runs like this. And I'll see you guys in the next run.